What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, checking out a brand new World Legacy trap card that just got revealed. This is coming out of Rising Rampage, and man, this is crazy. The World Legacy storyline still isn't over. Do people realize it started all the way back in Code of the Duelist? And yeah, it's going strong all the way through Rising Rampage. So many different archetypes, so many different crazy events that have happened in this storyline, and so many different booster sets this thing has ran through. But yeah, when you look at the artwork, I can tell you that that is the same blue-haired girl who is in the artwork of, what is it, World Legacy Memory, if I'm not mistaken. Now, some people have speculated that this is, actually Lee. This is her true form. Whether or not that's true, I'm not exactly sure. I do know that that is also, obviously, Mech Knight Crusadia Astrum, the, Link Monster from Dark Neo Storm. I'm not exactly sure what their relationship is, but I guess, some of you guys can probably fill me in. People are also saying that she's holding a baby, which is like, that begs the question, what, like, who is the baby and I assume it's her baby. Who's the dad? I don't know. Too many questions at this point. But let's go ahead and talk about the actual card. This is World Legacy Choice. It's a normal trap card. It's a hard once per turn, and it says activate one of these effects. So you can either send to the graveyard one link monster your opponent controls, or you can banish 7 World Legacy cards from your graveyard. That's the cost. Add to your hand 1 Cyberse monster from your deck. I mean, maybe they want that Cyberse monster to be like, I don't know, like Ibli, and maybe that's supposed to be the connection with the lore. There is such a huge disparity to me between the two effects of this card. Like the first effect, or I guess they're all part of one effect, but the effect that is pretty much like a counter, the simple removal to link monsters, that effect is like so practical, and it could be used against like basically what most of the meta decks right now. I mean, whether it be Orcus, Salamangreat, or Thunder Dragon, Sky Striker, all of those decks are going to link summon at some point throughout their turn. This can be used to out any of their monsters. Not only does it not target, which is excellent, it also does not destroy. So something like Salamangreat Balance would not, stop it. And maybe it's ironic, but this is actually like one of the only ways to out the Mech Knight Crusadia Astrum. The blue-haired guy in the artwork, this card can actually just kill him because it doesn't target. Now, when it comes to the second effect, to me, it's just bizarre. It almost feels like, and people have said this online, that Konami just put that effect in there so that they could kind of continue on with the lore. It kind of feels like that. Like, doesn't that effect just feel like it is just wildly out of place? Because who is actually going to be able to resolve that? I mean, you're talking about banishing 7 World Legacy cards so that you can search a Cyberse monster. Generally, I'm always against rotas that are built into traps, because when you want to search a monster, you generally want to search it during your turn. Traps are usually best played during your opponent's turn, so there's always like a little bit of a conflict of interest. And I don't know, man, I can't really see any deck resolving this. I mean, the only World Legacy archetype that used to play a good, or that plays a good amount of traps, would probably be like crawlers, but the crawler monsters themselves aren't World Legacy monsters, and crawlers aren't cyber. So it's like, I don't really know if you're ever going to resolve this. For what this card actually is, just simple spot removal for any link monster, I actually kind of like it. Reminds me a little bit of a card like Manhunt, where it's just a really good solid removal card. Like, I feel like we need more of those removal cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the last couple of sets, Konami has been giving us some pretty good ones. Like, I think just because this can out any link monster, non-targeting, non-destruction, I feel like it could be a card that definitely warrants play. That other effect that you're going to search a Cyberse, I don't know, that just feels random, feels out of place, feels like they just wanted to put World Legacy in the in the card name, honestly, and that's why they gave it that effect. But maybe you guys have a different opinion or a different take. If you guys have any ideas as to the World Legacy storyline and what's going on, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.